All right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our next webinar from SoftClouds. We appreciate you being here, and this is part of a continuing series that we're doing of webinars on various different Oracle applications and unique implementations with those applications. Today we're going to focus on CPQ and specifically how to use CPQ effectively for channel and partner management. My name is Brian Friedman, and I'm the GVP of Sales at SoftClouds, and I'm joined by Shrikesh Menon, who is our Practice Director for CPQ and Commerce Cloud. So to begin with, let's look a little bit at state of the channel market. And let's talk about what's needed in partner relationship management and why. A lot of companies depend upon channels or partners for their sales process and to increase the reach and to increase how they're doing business. And the reason for effective partner relationship management is to assist in being able to streamline the partner onboarding, to manage the partners easily and consistency, to speed up distribution of co-branded assets, and to boost the partner pipeline and sales. Because at the end of the day, this is really about helping the partners succeed so that the main company can be successful as well. And all of this with proper tools and the proper modern techniques will give you the best analytics so that the partners as well as the main company are able to understand the profitability of the channel and to make sure that everyone within the channel is successful. In terms of channel revenue management technology, 76% of business leaders agree that current business models will be unrecognizable in the next 5 years. And what that really means is that things are changing. We know that things have changed significantly just in the past year in terms of consumer buying behavior, the way in which we engage with companies, how we are working remotely, and how we're purchasing a lot of things remotely. So what we're going to see is that 75% of sales revenue will be coming from channel sales. And as a result, there's a definite need for an effective use of technology tools. It can't be something optional. It can't be running the old way on spreadsheets and in methods that are not highly automated. It has to be a very automated system. It has to be a way of managing to things properly and efficiently. And if we look at the channel pipeline or the revenue pipeline, there's a number of places where revenue leakage takes place. For example, 42% of revenue is lost every year because of inefficiencies. We all see this. It happens in anything from inefficient sales processes to the way in which we do business, the way in which we create opportunities. All of these things make it very difficult to run an efficient process. And if different tools are being used in the quoting process, for example, executives say that juggling these different tools is obviously a waste of time. You can see that 87% of executives feel that juggling these different tools wastes time, and 69% of sales reps' time gets wasted on manual work. And this could be anything from going and having the manual processes, using spreadsheets, just finding all of the different components that are necessary to create quotes and provide proposals. So if all of this comes together, and if everything does work properly, there's this one statistic that we see, and we hear it all the time in sales. 57% of sales reps fail to follow up properly with the prospect. And if that's the case, all this energy that's gone to creating a lead, all of the energy that takes place to create a proposal, is wasted because more than half of the time, the sales rep never goes back to follow up to ask for the sales. So if we have all of these different pieces, there's revenue leakage in the entire pipeline. And then a statistic you're going to hear about several times during the course of this presentation, 40% of customers stop doing business with a brand after only one bad experience. And we all know this. We all see this all the time, where if we go and we have a bad experience with a company, most likely we'll go somewhere else. There's so many channels, there's so many outlets to be able to find the ability to buy something nowadays, that if the company that you're dealing with doesn't perform up to your expectations, you go somewhere else. And it's the old adage, you only have one opportunity to make a good impression. And if you don't do it on that first time, if you don't do it consistently with the customer, you lose the customer, they go somewhere else. So what are the challenges ahead for indirect sales? We really see that it falls into three different buckets: a lack of automation, the marketplace, and the direct-to-consumer behavior. So in the automation side, what you really need to have is the ability to have a clear strategy for your indirect sales channel, and you have to be able to manage to how that channel is operating. So in this situation, the company has to really plan and have a plan on how they're going to manage their channel and how that channel is going to contribute to the success of the company. In terms of the marketplace, we talked about customer loyalty, and it happens all the time. So what we need to make sure is that the process that's being used to manage to the customer, to manage to that customer relationship, is done properly, it's done efficiently, and it's done in a way that the customer feels comfortable that they're being treated fairly as a customer. And then what we're now seeing is a lot of the direct-to-consumer behavior is really starting to come into play. And again, because we're home, because we're shopping remotely, because we're having the opportunity to look online for goods as opposed to actually shopping for physical goods, company needs to make sure that they are properly dealing with all of these aspects. Anything from regulatory compliance to making sure that the transaction is handled properly. And if something is incorrect with that transaction, that the refunds, the paybacks, anything that takes place, all of that happens in an appropriate manner. So what this really says is we need to focus in on what the partner experience looks like. And what we're talking about here is to have that good customer experience, you need to have a good partner experience. So in the partner network, in the partner ecosystem, you want to have a single source of truth. And what that means is that the brand is appropriately and consistently represented no matter which partner you go to, which partner you go through. You want to be able to make sure that your brand, as the main company, that your brand is consistently and properly represented by your partners. You also want to have a way for the partner to be able to effectively sell. And whether that's a channel partner portal, whether it's the onboarding management, all of these things, you want to be able to have an appropriate management tool so that the partners feel valuable and that the partners understand that they have the ability to gather the information necessary to distribute to their customers. And then you want to understand who that partner and each of those partners are going after. Very often in a channel, partners go after different types of customers, different types of personas. And as the main company, you need to understand who those personas are and what's the best way to represent that information so that the channel partner has the best opportunity to deliver a good customer experience. So getting to CPQ, CPQ stands for Configure, Price, and Quote. And those are the three main pillars of what a CPQ process platform does. The other part of it allows for integration, and we'll talk about that a bit in terms of how CPQ integrates with other aspects of a company's business process, and then the ability to use CPQ for bundling. So when we look at CPQ, what we want to use CPQ for is to improve the customer experience. And that really is done through a number of things, through a better accuracy for quoting and sales performance, more quickly create quotes and proposals. It can help to shorten the sales cycle. And using machine learning, the company can learn and start to understand what types of proposals will be more successful than others. And you'll see an example of this in a short bit when we do a demo for you. What we also use CPQ for is to create more consistent and error-free quotes. And we see this all the time in the CPQ implementations that we do, that it allows the company to have an automated system that takes away much of the manual process. It speeds up the process, and it creates a much more accurate quoting process and procedure. And all of this really does lead to better quotes, more quickly prepared quotes, and more accuracy. So when we look at the competition, you can see that Oracle CPQ is very highly rated in the top quadrant by both Gartner and IDC. And we focus on Oracle CPQ because it really is the best of breed. It is the best CPQ platform out there, and it helps enable any type of business, whether it's a relatively simple quoting process or an extremely complex process of creating bill of materials. Oracle CPQ is able to handle any of those types of situations. So the CPQ process does a number of things for a company. What you can see here is using CPQ results in a 95% reduction in approval time, a 2 times faster quote to cash process. It helps bring on new reps more quickly, because instead of having to learn complex pricing scenarios, they need to learn how to use the CPQ system, and that enables them to get up and running to start to create quotes and start to generate revenue. The sales cycle can be shortened by about 28% using CPQ. You get faster quote generations, higher lead conversion rate, and about 40% of human errors will be eliminated by using a platform like CPQ. So we often refer to CPQ as the middle office. And the reason we do that is because it sits between the Salesforce automation, or CRM, at the front end and the ERP platform on the back end. The seamless integration between CPQ and the CRM allows data to be pulled and pushed both ways very easily. And what that says is then the quotes can be created quickly. They can be pushed to ERP to find out if there's the materials available. When the quote becomes an order, it can go into the ERP system for configuration and processing. And on the front side, it allows for the CRM system to be able to track the process of how that lead or opportunity becomes an actual customer with a quote and a contract. So here we're going to talk a little bit about using Salesforce CRM with Oracle CPQ. And the reason we do that is 80% of Oracle CPQ Cloud customers are Salesforce users. And the reason for this is, first of all, that the Oracle CPQ platform is the best of breed. And second of all, that there are a number of built-in connectors between Salesforce and Oracle CPQ to make it very easy and efficient to move data back and forth between these two platforms. So we see a number of implementations that we do where Salesforce is the CRM system, Oracle is the CPQ system, and we can do this in a way where it's transparent to the Salesforce user that they're even using another platform for the CPQ or configuration, pricing, and quoting portion of their transaction. We also look at some of the high-tech functionality of CPQ that really helps enable a better selling experience. Oracle CPQ has artificial intelligence to provide for smarter decision-making. It provides predictive analytics to improve selling effectiveness. It can tie into augmented reality for 3D visualization as a product is being configured. And we can tie mobility to it so that quotes can be created in real time through a mobile device out in the field. So we want to talk a little bit now about UX in the channel. And UX is important to increase revenue. Again, going back to a statistic we quoted earlier, 40% of customers turn to the competition after a bad experience. And user experience is extremely important in that regard. What we find is for every $2 spent on UX, returns $100 in terms of return on investment. So it's very wise for a company to focus on UX and create expenditures on UX for the benefit of the customer, for the benefit of that customer experience. So the effective user experience comes from a seamless integration between CPQ and CRM. In our case, what we're talking about here is Salesforce CRM. And that better user interface and user experience enables more selling, increased adoption, and usability. And all of this can be device independent. So we're not concerned whether the user is on a computer, on a laptop, on a desktop, using a mobile device. Any of these things, the user experience is the same and it's consistent. And then the seamless integration between the front office and the back office by using CPQ as a middle office really provides for enhanced efficiency and productivity, deal profitability, and shortening the sales cycle through guided selling. All of these things leading to better profitability for the company, a better user experience, and a better experience for the channel partners as well. Now, one concept we'll talk about in the demo is a concept about lazy loading. And what lazy loading really means is that when there's something changed within a quote, the CPQ system doesn't need to refresh the entire quote. It only refreshes the portion that's been changed. So it accelerates the amount of time that a quote takes to create, and it also makes it much easier to change configurations as you're working on the quote. So a bit about the subscription economy. All of us know that subscriptions are everywhere around us now. And we're starting to see virtually every product that we purchase moving towards some type of a recurring subscription as opposed to a one-off process. And this is happening more and more. It's happening with things that are obvious, but it's also starting to happen with things that are less obvious as well. And CPQ is really perfect for the subscription economy because CPQ allows for the creation of the bill of materials, whatever it might be, anything from razor blades to large machinery. And subscription management provides for the ability and opportunity to manage to that subscription on some form of a recurring basis. So if we look at, again, combining Salesforce with CPQ and subscription management, Salesforce as the CRM provides for the lead management, sales forecasting, and real-time visibility. Oracle CPQ provides for the configuration, pricing, and quoting, as well as present and propose the order and fulfillment. And the subscription management provides for the recurrence of that transaction. And all of this leads to revenue growth. The next thing we're going to be looking at is things are going to go from subscription to usage-based pricing. And we're already starting to see this with some of our customers, how they are going from using CPQ and subscription management for simple recurrence of transactions to moving towards usage-based and charging for monthly subscriptions for usage as opposed to actual products being delivered. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Shrikesh, and we'll walk you through a channel demo for you to see. Shrikesh?
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, hello everyone. So today we will be talking about how technology can be used to enable your partners to sell your products and accelerate the growth. So in today's demo, we are going to talk about an OEM and how they are leveraging the partner ecosystem to take their products to the market. So the example is of Vision Electronics, which is an equipment manufacturer. They manufacture mobile phones, laptops, and provide technical services for these devices. They have a partner ecosystem, and in the partner ecosystem, they have partner tiers based on the total revenue the partners are generating. They are segregated into separate tiers, and based on the tier to which they belong, it decides what is the price list that is going to be assigned to each of the partners, what are the promotions they have access to, and the rebate that they will get for the revenue that they generate. So in this case, Star Electronics and Quick Buy are two of the partners. Star Electronics generates about 2 million revenue, and they are a platinum partner. So they have access to more rebate, that is about 7%. They have a better pricing, and they have more access to the promotions. And they have an agreement to sell mobile phones and laptops. As compared to that, QuickBuy generates about 500K revenue. They are a gold partner, and their products that they sell is only mobile, and the rebate percentage is 5% since they are a gold partner. Now, um, to allow these partners to sell the products, what Vision Electronics has provided, they have created partner community, and each of the partner has their own portal, and it is completely customized based on the branding guidelines. Also, the products and other things are also customized based on the tier to which they belong. So just to give an example, this is the portal for Star Electronics, which has branding for Star Electronics, as compared to QuickBuy, which has branding for QuickBuy. Now, I'll be logging in as a sales rep for Star Electronics, and we will go through the complete journey. So as soon as I log in into the Star Electronics portal, I can see in the chatter, I have a new opportunity for the account ABC. Now I need to check what exactly this account is for. So when I drill down on the account, I can see that this is an existing customer, and the industry is education, and there is an opportunity that has been generated. So I'll just drill down on the opportunity. So the opportunity says that it's a new opportunity to set up a new classroom, and they also need phone lines. So there is an activity that has been created to contact this particular customer. So I contact the customer, I have a call or I contact them, and then I'll click on new to create the code. So all the portal that has been created is using Salesforce communities. And as soon as I click on new code, CPQ is seamlessly integrated with Salesforce, and all the customer information and the partner information is being pulled from the CRM application to the CPQ application. So right now I can see the customer details. Also, since I'm a platinum partner, it is showing that it's platinum partner, and this tier is going to derive or drive what promotions, products, and pricing is going to be applied. So I'll just create give a name, new and I'll hit on configure. So as soon as I click configure, it shows me that I have access to mobile phones, I have access to laptops, and also for the technical services. I'll go ahead and select one of the phone and also a laptop. So as soon as I do the selection, you can see that all the attributes of this particular product are being displayed over here. And the default configuration is 32 GB memory, unlimited service plan, and a specific color. Now, I'm I want to add a quantity of 10 after I discuss with the client, and I need a quantity of 30 for the laptops. Now, I don't want to have I need to change the color since I'm going to set up a classroom and I don't want a very jazzy color. So I can change the color from red to gray. And also for the training, I would like a bigger screen size, so I can select a bigger screen size. So as I make the selection, the CPQ functionality is that it will show the corresponding image, it will show the corresponding information regarding the product that has been selected. Now, at this point, I'll stop configuring the product for Star Electronics, and I'll just see that if I do the same configuration for Quick Buy, what is the difference? So I have just logged in into Quick Buy, and under the opportunity, I'm just creating a new code. It's the same process. It's going to pull all the information, and in this case, it's going to show the tier is gold as compared to platinum. Now, when I try to configure the products, the major difference that we see in between the two is like I don't have access to the laptops. So I can control what products are available. I can even control what parts or what models of the products can be sold by each of the partners. And if I select the same phone and check the price, the first difference I see is that for Quick Buy, the price of the product is $890 as compared to this partner, which is $800. So I have a partner specific price list, due to which the platinum partner can sell the product at a lower price as compared to the gold partner. And also on this screen, you can see there is a promotion that is available for the platinum partner. That is, I can upgrade the memory to 128 GB and it can be done for $100. Now, if I check for Quick Buy, I don't have that option because I don't want to provide that particular promotion to a gold tier partner. Now, I'll continue with the configuration of the product and creating the code for Star Electronics. Now, the system automatically shows that since this product has been selected, you can actually cross sell and you can provide a protection plan, a warranty support to safeguard their investment. So let's say I select a 2-year warranty support. Similarly, it shows that you can select a 2-year protection plan for a laptop as well. Now, coming to this section, this is another area where you can cross sell, where you can provide technical services for the products that you have purchased. Moreover, in laptop, if any technical service is required, that can be provided for a 1-year period or a 2-year period or an unlimited one. Now, ABC Inc., the organization which is actually placing, for which we are placing the quote, they want to go for a 1-year service. Now, there is a promotion that is available where you can upgrade it to an unlimited support for $150, but they want to subscribe for this particular service for a year and then maybe evaluate and see whether they want to continue with it. So I'll just update. And as soon as I make all the selections, all the products have been selected. We have partner specific pricing and the quantity has been updated. Now I'll click on add to transaction, wherein all these items and the bill of material gets added into the quote, and the quantity and pricing, everything has been updated. So with few clicks, I'm able to create a quote, add the products, and I'm also able to provide a partner specific pricing. Now, in this partner ecosystem, since it's a platinum partner, they have a rebate of 7% for the total revenue generated. So in this case, for the total quote amount, they are getting a 7% rebate. And here the sales rep can see how much is the rebate that they are getting for this particular quote. Now, in case they are going to give a specific discount, let's say they give a 30% discount for one of the items, the system calculates the rebate and it updates what is the discount amount and what is the how the rebate has been impacted due to the change. Now I give a rebate, the quote looks good. Now I'm going to generate a PDF document and send it to the customer. And once the customer is fine with the document, I'll go ahead and fulfill the order. So this is the code document. As you see, the code document again is completely branded as per the partner's requirements. So we have a logo of the partner, and the content and everything can be completely customized, and it can be configured in the system. So if a quick buy customer or a partner generates the code, they will be having a code document which is specific to quick buy. So once all this is done and I hit on fulfill order, that is where I am sending all this information into I'm sending all this information into the provisioning system, and it gets provisioned. And CPQ being a middle office, it has helped the partner to create the order, send it to the fulfillment. Once it gets fulfilled, it updates CPQ, and the assets are generated, and you can see the status gets updated to fulfilled. So with few clicks, I have completed the creation of the code. Now, the one part that we generally need to handle during the quoting process is deal negotiation. So there are specific tools that are available in CPQ that helps to negotiate the deal. The first one is price score, which shows the health of that particular transaction. So in this case, when I gave a discount, it shows that the price score became 6, showing that there is a specific discount that has been given. There are certain other items as well for deal management. So one of them being scatter plot. And what scatter plot does is, what scatter plot does it shows various price points of previous transactions and also whether a deal was lost or won. The other one is price optimization and win probability. And price optimization and win probability basically tells what is the expected target and win probability. And it also shows that what is the current discount that has been given and what is the optimal discount. And then there is the price gauge, which shows what is the ceiling and what is the floor of the discount that you are providing for the quote. And it helps the sales rep and the approvers to achieve optimal price and discount. Now, at this moment, since the quote has been generated and order has been submitted, I'll hit on return to opportunity, and this is going to take me back to the portal, that is the community portal. Now, all the information that was captured in CPQ is being transferred into Salesforce. So if you want to generate any report for the transactions or the items that has been sold, everything can be done using the data that is available in the CRM system. There is no need to gather it from the CPQ. So as you can see, this is the code that was the order that was submitted. These were the products that were sold, and we have all the pricing information and the quantity in the portal application. Now, let's say 1 year has passed, and there is an opportunity for renewing the support, the technical support that was sold. So if you go to this particular account, there is an opportunity that has been created to renew. So this opportunity is created with a close date after 1 year, that is 2/2/2022. And if I drill down on this particular opportunity, it says that opportunity to renew the technical support. So the sales rep now knows that there is an opportunity to renew this technical support. And so they can create an activity. So there is an activity created for the renewal. And I can create a new quote. And I would like to check what are the products that were sold to this particular customer. So at this point, when I click on customer assets, there may be multiple assets that were sold to the customer. And based on the asset ID, I see that this was the asset that was created. And I want to modify and get into the details of the products that were sold. Now, I see that there is a 1 year support that was sold, technical support, and it's going to end on 2022, Feb 2022. So I can negotiate with the customer. I know that there is an upgrade that can be done so that we can have an auto renewal for just $150. So either I can renew by changing the due date or the end date, or I can upgrade and select the unlimited technical support package and add it to the transaction. What CPQ does is it removes the previous package because its due date is near, and it will add the new product. There is no other change in any other asset. So the new support for the unlimited support has been added, and the old one has got deleted. Now, I'll continue with the same process. I'll submit this particular order to get it provisioned, and I'll click on return to opportunity. So for this particular customer, all the assets have got updated, and the last opportunity that was created has been for this. We have created the order, and I can go ahead and close this particular activity. So we saw like how the journey begins by selling a product, and then how you can create an asset-based order for subscriptions that have been sold. So I'll just switch back to the presentation. So the key takeaways from this demo are that we were able to provide a customized user experience for each of the partners by giving partner-specific promotion, partner-specific products, access to promotional materials, and all. We also were able to give partner-specific pricing. There was a partner-specific rebate, and you can also have a customer-specific pricing if you are having a specific agreement with the customer. Also, the code document that was generated was again branded as per the partner. So the partner can generate a code document using the community portal and send it to the customer. And we also saw how the deal management and machine learning is used. And using machine learning, how we are able to provide the optimal price and discount, and all the tools that are required to ensure that the deal can be closed. So those are the key takeaways from this particular demo. So Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Shrikesh. So what we see here is really that revenue can be significantly accelerated through channel partner relationships. The tools and platforms that we've shown you are available, which will help accelerate revenue, and that using Oracle CPQ plus subscription management plus Salesforce will help the channel, the partners, and the main company succeed. We'll also provide for an opportunity for that user experience that we're talking about, which is key to the success of any relationship and any implementation. Also, the technology tools that Shrikesh showed you using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and analytics are significant enablers to success. In terms of us, we manage to a number of different CPQ implementations. We do several different things in terms of analyzing existing systems, working on the migration from manual systems to automated systems. We have also done migration from on-premise to cloud, and we can assist with the creation of reports and dashboards. So briefly about us, SoftClouds is based in San Diego, California. On Friday, we will be celebrating our 16th anniversary in business. We have 2 development facilities in India and a sales office in Tokyo, Japan. And our primary focus is on enterprise and majors, which in Oracle speak is companies with over 500 million in revenue. So that concludes our presentation for today. I'd like to thank you all for your time. We'll be doing several more of these presentations over the coming weeks. Look for an invitation in your inbox, and we thank you for joining us today. Have a good day, and thank you very much for being part of our presentation.